20, 30 yards away was this thing peeking over this pine bush.
It was a large, hairy animal, dark brown, black hair.
All of a sudden, this creature let out I want to call it a blood-curdling, growling, howling scream.
That's when I realized it wasn't my friend that had snuck up on me.
Dude, all the branches that are broken off are red.
That's crazy. There's no medulla. Hey, welcome to another encounter story where we actually go on site with the eyewitness and see what happened. I'm Mateo Arroyo and this is Modern Explorer. So we're going to meet Jody and he's going to take us up this valley south of Salida. I'm not going to give you exact details because it looks like there's other Sasquatch investigators that come down to this area and interact with this family group. But basically, he goes up here and he's come up here often, normally either by himself or with a friend, and he'll go up here and go hunting for arrowheads. That's something he's really good at. It was a cool learning experience to see what to look for. But he goes up here, and on this particular occasion, he is just looking for arrowheads and looks up and sees this massive female Sasquatch just staring right at him from across this small ditch basically. And of course he freaks out. He immediately goes down into the fetal position, standing up, and kind of displays a passive submissive look, which is something I would have done, and it's something that a lot of primates do, hoping to defuse any situation that's going on. And then he says when he looks back up, he sees over kind of to his right, and you'll see in this in the walkthrough footage, a massive male North American hominid just coming down the mountain at such fast speed. It sounded incredible, and I believe it. They're powerful, built beings, and of course he's terrified. So he ran as fast as he could just out of that canyon. I don't blame him. I'm thankful that he brought us up there. I'll let him tell the story, and hopefully that kind of gave you an overview and filled in the gaps of what Jody went through. Thanks again, Jody. Enjoy. We don't get in very often, so I think your gold mine.
So where were you guys standing?
Over here.
Okay, so I'll sit. So should I just sit here?
Yeah, she was sitting right here.
Okay. So I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, he was the female one was standing, sitting right where he was standing, and that's when I went down. I was like, oh my god! I was staring at her right in her eyes. I mean, she was a lot bigger. I mean, way bigger than him.
Yeah, maybe twice. What would you say?
3-4 times.
Oh,
bigger.
dang.
Yeah, she was a monster.
You say she was sitting. How was she sitting?
She was sitting straight back with her back on the back side of that rock, like she was relaxing. Sit down. No, further down. She was on the ground. She was on the ground.
On the ground?
Yeah. Yeah, she was like that.
So from here, this is where she was. There's an easy out up and over this hill out of sight and up that canyon.
And she just looked over at me, and I saw her looking right at her eyes, and I was like, oh Lord.
And were you coming down or up?
I was right here.
Oh, you already been here for a while?
I've been here. And
so they were watching you?
Yeah, they were watching me. So I go down and do the chimpanzee submissive thing.
Yeah.
Right? And I stood back up. I think she had got up, went out that way, because I heard something come down, and that big one was right there. So he come down from up there.
So you heard him coming down, or did you see him?
I didn't hear him come down, but I saw him. I heard her, but when I stood back up, she was gone, and that big black one that was right up there.
Yeah.
It was right up in there. See that black silhouette up there, just before the snow starts? He was right there. And that's when I went. That's when.
But like way up there?
Yeah, it's like almost straight across. See the top of the trees right there where it starts to snow?
Yeah.
Right there.
Let me try and go there.
It's really far away.
And it's like, yeah. And then I saw her sitting where he's at.
But come up closer now so we can do where he showed up.
If you look, see all the rock structures up in there?
Yeah.
Perfect place to hide.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right back up in there.
Yeah, everywhere here, but definitely I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, right up
Like
in there.
between the two hills here?
Yeah, there's the white rocks.
Yeah.
Those color rocks. You know, it's like literally like off to the right. It was like right there, and that's when I heard something. I looked over and I saw her sitting there, and that's when I went down on one knee
Yeah.
for about 5-6 seconds, and I stood back up.
Yeah.
That's where that big one come down from, up there to the right. I mean, like right there.
Yeah.
Like he was there, she was there.
And he how fast do you think he came from up there down to this area?
Because I saw him.
Like
That's
6
when I
seconds?
stood back. I'm like, what the heck is that? And he turned and looked at me, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I turned. I was like, whoa. Then I heard something over here where he's at, and I looked, and it was a reddish colored one, and she was like staring right at me.
Oh
And
man.
that's when I went down. So by the time I saw her, stepped back, saw her, it took me like 5 to 8 seconds to realize what I was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I went down to one knee for about 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
And the other one had already come down, so maybe 10 seconds
The other
total.
one come down from right there.
From
Just
yeah,
like,
that's crazy how fast he was able to get right up here. Yeah.
And he was right there.
And so when he was staring at you, was he
just standing.
was he staring at you though?
Yeah, he was looking at me.
Like right into your eyes?
She did.
What about him? What was he doing?
He just standing there, and I look over and saw him, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I took off running.
Okay, so how do I see you, or how do you see me?
You're wearing camouflage, so.
Right. Okay, but I've got my orange.
Yeah, right there where you're at.
Here's my orange hat on
Yeah.
top of my hand at 8 feet.
He was a lot taller than that. He was like almost like where I'm standing, almost straight, almost eye across from me.
Oh
It
my
was his
God.
head. It was like,
Okay, I'm gonna climb.
okay, go backwards, straight back. It was like right there. Yeah, it's right about there. But it was, of course I could see his head. It was a lot higher up, but right with about where he's standing.
Okay, my fingers are almost 8 feet. My hat, so 7.5 feet is my hat.
Wow, he was a lot taller. He was probably about your torso up to your hand taller.
Okay, can you see my hat, Mateo?
No, I can't even see you anymore.
Right here is where I'm at. You can stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because it's what I see right here. It's like right there. Because I saw him.
All right, now I can see it. Let me. So okay, can you tell me again? Like, what was he doing? Like, was he looking at you?
Standing there looking at me.
But was he like looking you in the eye, or?
No, she did. He didn't.
So what was he doing? What was he doing when he was looking at you? Like off to the side,
They
or?
were just standing there like looking at me. Just standing there like.
But did it seem like challenging, or
No,
just?
No, just standing there.
But it was scary, right? Like it's just like.
Because as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh shit. Within 2 seconds, I was down the trail.
Yeah.
I was down. I was gone. And I
Putting
pulled
my
Timmy
hat
to the
on a
side. I
stick.
said, man, you won't believe me. I was like, exactly how I did it.
Yeah.
I think I just counted some Bigfoots. And he's like, yeah, right, whatever.
I'm putting my hat on a stick.
Oh, yeah.
Can you get a height?
Right. That's about right. A little bit higher. Yeah. A little bit higher. Probably about another foot higher. He was standing right there. Swear to
Yeah.
God, everything I believe in.
Yeah.
That's a good 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
So he might have been 9 to 10 feet.
He's
Like
like 8, 9.
like that's the average we've been getting reports around 9 to 10 feet.
Yeah, he was tall.
That's huge though. Like
He
that's
was black,
That's huge.
too.
Like
He-
jet black.
Yeah, like dready black.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was like a dready red. But their hair on their heads weren't dreaded. They were like matted down, like skin, like close to their hair. Like if I took grease,
Yeah.
put my hair down like that, that's what the top of their heads were like. But it was more of a.
But was it longer hair, or the same length as the rest of their body?
Almost yours, like a matted down on their head.
So almost like they were producing oils like the way we do
Yeah,
on our head
greasy hair.
versus on our bodies.
greasy
Less.
hair, yep.
Interesting.
And his head, her head, you can see it. It was like a
Yeah.
more of a. It was an oval, but it was more flat on top. But his was like cone head kind of shape.
Interesting. Which would show there's probably more muscles up there for their jaws and stuff for the males.
His eyebrows were like broad outwards, and his eyes were like up end, like pushed up end. And the nose was kind of pushed up, in and up.
Yeah.
And the mouth was like a little bit lower.
Was his mouth open or closed?
Closed.
Like, okay.
Where did this eventually go? Like this,
Yeah, he came down from where the cutout is up there. He come down here to where you were standing. She was over there against those rocks. And when I stood back up from the submissive thing, he was down below here.
That's so crazy how fast he got down here. Like it's just so surreal. Like it's superhuman. Like we couldn't do that.
I was thinking 3 of them.
Huh?
That's why I was thinking it was 3 of them.
Probably.
Yeah, because he came down.
Oh. Okay. Normally they do go in 3s and they're mutually supporting positions. So that might be it too. But it also, he may have been able to get down. Did you hear? Did they make any noise?
I didn't hear him come down. I didn't hear no noise only from her.
But you're also kind of in shock too,
yeah,
right?
I was like overwhelmed. I was like, what the?
Yeah, man. I hear you. I got too close to
comfort to look for the stuff. And, you know, it's like I found a hole in the floor. That's it.
Well, thanks, Jody. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on and like talking to us. And he has more stories, not necessarily Sasquatch related, but stranger still, like strange orbs that he's seen that we'll share for another time. But again, thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.